Did you know how legislative powers are distributed in India? Well, it's through a fascinating system outlined in Schedule 7 of the Indian Constitution. This ingenious system, like a well-orchestrated symphony, ensures a harmonious balance of power between the central and state governments. It's a vital backbone that supports the federal structure of the nation, giving both levels of government their respective areas of authority. But how does this happen? The answer lies in three distinct lists: the Union list, the State list, and the Concurrent list. Each of these lists plays a unique role, a bit like the different sections of an orchestra, each contributing to the overall melody, but with a distinct sound of its own. They lay out the subjects on which the Parliament and the state legislatures have the power to legislate, ensuring a clear division of authority and preventing overlapping and conflicts in legislation. Let's dive deeper into each of these lists and see how they help in maintaining the fine balance of power in the country. First up, we have the Union list, also known as List 1. This list is quite special in the grand scheme of things. It contains a series of subjects where the Parliament holds the reins and has the exclusive power to legislate. Now you might be wondering, what kind of subjects are we talking about? Well, the list includes some pretty hefty areas of governance. Consider defense, for instance, or foreign affairs. These are subjects of national importance, requiring a unified approach, and thus they fall under the Union list. Then there's atomic energy, a sector that needs careful and centralized regulation. And let's not forget about banking, currency, and communication, areas that form the backbone of our economy and society. So, in a nutshell, the Union list is all about those subjects where the Parliament takes the lead, ensuring a coherent policy and legal framework for the entire nation. So, that's the Union list, the realm of the Parliament. Next in line is the State list, or List 2. This list is a bit different from the Union list we just discussed, as it outlines the subjects where the state legislature exclusively holds the reins of legislation. What does this mean? Well, in simple terms, it means that the state legislature gets to make the rules on these particular subjects. Now, let's dive into some of these key subjects. They include police matters, public health, and agriculture. We also have local government and land on the list. So, if a state wants to implement a new public health initiative or pass laws regarding local government, it can do so without interference from the Parliament. This autonomy allows each state to address its unique needs and circumstances, providing tailored solutions for their residents. It's a beautiful dance of decentralized governance that still falls within the larger framework of the Indian Constitution. That's the state list for you, where the state legislature holds sway. Finally, we have the Concurrent list, also known as List 3. This list plays a unique role in the division of legislative powers. It comprises subjects on which both the Parliament and the state legislatures have the authority to legislate. Essentially, it's a collaborative space where both central and state governments can bring their perspectives to the table. But what happens when there's a clash of opinions? Well, in such situations, the Union law holds the upper hand. If there is a conflict between union and state laws on the same subject, the Union law prevails. Now, what are some of the key subjects on this list? They include criminal law, marriage and divorce, bankruptcy and insolvency, and education. These subjects touch on crucial aspects of our lives, making the Concurrent list a vital part of our legislative structure. That's the Concurrent list, a shared space of legislative power. So that was a quick tour of legislative power distribution in India. We delved into the Union list, exclusive to Parliament, covering subjects such as defense, foreign affairs, and banking. We explored the State list solely for state legislature, including matters like police, public health, and agriculture. And we dissected the Concurrent list, a shared legislative space, housing topics like criminal law and education. These three lists form the backbone of India's federal structure, delineating authority between central and state governments. They prevent legislative overlap and conflicts by clearly assigning areas of jurisdiction. This setup maintains India's unity while also allowing decentralized governance. It's a testament to the democratic ethos of the country, granting states autonomy in certain matters, yet ensuring a unified approach where necessary. Remember, these lists are not just about power, but about creating a balance for efficient governance. Thank you for tuning in and stay curious.